think of Los Angeles, they picture beaches, freeways, and the Hollywood sign. But the city extends far beyond its skyline, all the way to the busy waterfront of San Pedro. Here at the Port of Los Angeles, the nation's busiest seaport, massive cargo ships and towering cranes showcase the global reach of this harbor. Yet, alongside its industrial might is a rich maritime history that continues to draw visitors from around the world. Standing proudly on the waterfront is the Battleship Iowa Museum. Once a powerful naval vessel that served through the multiple conflicts, the Battleship Iowa now welcomes guests aboard as a living piece of American history. So, whether you're visiting the harbor for the first time or enjoying the community you call home, welcome to Los Angeles. Standing here aboard the Battleship Iowa, it's impossible not to appreciate the scale of the Los Angeles waterfront. Docked in the heart of San Pedro, this legendary ship has become one of the harbor's most recognizable landmarks and a gateway to the area's history. Now, as you walk these decks, you're following in the footsteps of sailors, service members, and even 3 U.S. presidents, earning the Iowa its nickname, the Battleship of Presidents. And today, the museum gives visitors a hands-on look at naval history while offering some of the best views of the harbor, where cargo ships, cruise vessels, and waterfront attractions all come together. From the San Pedro Fish Market and harbor cruises to the LA Waterfront Promenade, the area welcomes millions of visitors each year who come to experience this unique side of Los Angeles. It's also the perfect setting for one of the city's biggest waterfront celebrations. During Port of Los Angeles Fleet Week, active duty members of the Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard join the community right here at the harbor, transforming this historic battleship into the centerpiece of a weekend dedicated to service, community, and pride.
Fleet Week is something that we look forward to every year, and it seems to keep getting bigger and better every year.
We've had the privilege of hosting the Los Angeles Fleet Week here for the last 10 years, and it's a privilege having the United States Navy, United States Marine Corps, and the Armed Forces in support of our nation here.
It's such a positive environment here. We're coming together, you know, we have first responders, we have military, we have our firefighters, our police officers. And it's just good to know that we're all one big family and to come together as Americans. I'm so proud to be here, and I'm so thankful for everyone's service.
With Fleet Week, it opens up the civilian side to the military. They're able to see what we have and we offer, and then also it shows demonstrations as well to get them comfortable with the military and what we have to offer.
If you're a young person and you're looking for something fulfilling in your life, spend some time with the sailors, the airmen, the Marines, the soldiers, as well as police officers, firefighters, public safety professionals here in and about the city of Los Angeles. We'd love to see you, spend some time with you, and talk to you about a remarkable career path.
It gives people a sense of purpose, a sense of hope, knowing that there is something out there for them. Together we can stand unified as one country.
To the next generation, our young people here, you are our future. We cannot continue without you. And I just want to say thank you to all of our military families out here.
This is our annual Workers' Memorial. It is a momentous occasion for us to be here. It is so great to see our wonderful sea of orange, Caltrans proud.
In our district, which covers Los Angeles and Ventura County, we have a total of 32 lives lost.
Let's pay tribute to the family members of our fallen who are with us.
Today we're participating in the Workers' Memorial, which is a big event for us because it's a remembrance of those that have passed in District 7 while they've been working on the freeway. So for some of us, those are people that are really close to us. Those are people that unfortunately didn't make it home to their family.
Today we gather not only to honor their memory, but to reaffirm our shared commitment to protect those who work each day to keep California moving.
I supervise a crew of about 7 to 10 people. We do road maintenance, we do guardrail repairs, fence repairs, pothole repairs. Our main purpose is to keep the roadway safe for us and for the traveling public.
Caltrans builds and maintains freeways and highways here in Los Angeles and Ventura County, specifically our district for District 7.
Across District 7, motorists travel an average of 99 million vehicle miles per day. Think about that for a second, 99 million miles. Our workers face constant risk, traffic at all hours, extreme weather, and hazardous conditions. That is why awareness matters. Everyone, workers, drivers, bicyclists, pedestrians, must stay alert and look out for one another. To the public, please slow down and stay attentive. Protect the workers who serve you.
Don't drive distracted. Pay attention. There are warning signs, there are warning cones, there are flashing lights. Do your part to pay attention. We're people just like you, and we want to go home at the end of the day to our families, to our loved ones, to our pets, to whoever it is that we go home to. And we just ask that you don't drive distracted. That text message can wait, that phone call can wait. Our lives can't. And be alert and pay attention for yourselves and for us.
To all motorists, the message remains clear. Lives can be saved when drivers slow down. Move over, stay alert when approaching work zone or roadside operation.
When we're out there on the roads, we're not doing it to be an inconvenience. We're doing it for your safety. We're doing it to keep the roadway safe so you can make it home. That pothole repair can't wait because it is a safety hazard. That guardrail repair can't wait. It is a safety hazard, and it's what's going to keep all of us alive and safe so we can go home at the end of the day.
Soy puro mexicano, nacido en este suelo, en esta hermosa tierra que es mi linda nación. ¡Sí, señor!
All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here for what I call my annual Cinco de Mayo celebration, where we come together to uplift and honor Chicano leaders and reclaim the significance of this holiday.
Cinco de Mayo has been traditionally seen and confused as being Mexican Independence Day, but it's not. Historically, what it is, it's a symbolic day that was born here in the United States to showcase the winning of the Battle of Puebla, which shows the resiliency of a very small Mexican army that beat a very well-funded French army. So over the years of history, it has been turned into a very commercialized way to cater to the Mexican market. But what we want to do is show that we're more than just that. We're not just the consumers for some corporations to shoot for, but we really do contribute to the fabric of what is the American story. And that is why we are doing this today.
Today we brought together a diverse and dynamic group of honorees. Marcos Reynoso. He is the owner to Chonsi Chorizo.
I just really want to serve really good food to my community and really good pricing so everybody can enjoy, not just the one person or the people that have money. I want everybody to enjoy.
The chorizo that he makes is something that I've never seen before. What he puts in the chorizo is something that actually you can't really find anywhere unless you go closer to the border or actually cross.
It's really important to celebrate Cinco de Mayo because you always need to remember where you come from, where your tradition is, what to truly celebrate.
Congratulations. Thank you for being part of helping us redefine Cinco de Mayo. Daniel Duno Lopez. He is a content creator, podcaster, and comedian who proudly represents his Mexican heritage and Echo Park roots. Today, he's touring the country and selling out shows. We are proud to celebrate his success and his voice.
I grew up down the street, literally on First, in between Temple. I grew up walking distance. I used to walk through here. I would have never in 100 years thought that I'll be here. I'm 26 years old. I'm living life. I'm amazed. Thank you guys for supporting, and shout out to the city of Los Angeles. I love you guys so much. Thank you.
The Chicano movement here in Los Angeles is thriving. It's probably the biggest and best it's ever been. And, there's areas that we could be in a little bit more, like in the movie industry. We got the music on lock, we got art on lock, we got food on lock, and the only place I don't see us shining to our full potential is in the movie industry.
He is an internationally celebrated photographer, director, and urban lifestyle or entrepreneur whose work has captured the essence of who we are.
I represent the city to the fullest and take it with me on my back everywhere I go. And thank you very much.
Can I have Dr. Amada Armenta and Jose Loya join me? Dr. Amada Armenta is an associate professor of urban planning at UCLA and the director of the Latino Policy and Politics Institute.
Mexican Americans and Chicanos have been part of LA before LA was even part of the United States. And so we are leaders in every sector, from art to entrepreneurship to academia to universities where I work. Our schools are full of amazing Mexican American students, leaders, Latinos, and of all groups who are going to grow up and make a difference.
And Dr. Jose Loya is, as I mentioned, assistant professor of urban planning at UCLA, whose research examines inequality in housing and home ownership, particularly within Latino communities.
The Latino culture is part of the American culture. And so Latinos inspire, integrate, and often are mixing our culture with the American culture, and it's a beautiful thing to see and be a part of.
So more than 50% of the Los Angeles population identifies as being from immigration descent, many of them being Latinos and Chicanos. So what I'm hoping to do is to emphasize that our stories are complex and they're beautiful and very much part of the American fabric, and it's here in Los Angeles where we set the tone to what that identity is.
The battleship Iowa is a remarkable feat of engineering, stretching nearly 3 football fields long and measuring 108 feet across. Today, from its home in the Port of Los Angeles, this historic vessel welcomes visitors from throughout Southern California, connecting new generations to stories that helped shape our nation. But the Iowa is more than a museum. It has become a gathering place for the community, serving as a living link between Los Angeles' maritime past and its vibrant future. That spirit of connection was also on display as the San Pedro Chamber of Commerce celebrated its 100th anniversary by offering free harbor boat tours, giving Angelenos a rare opportunity to experience the nation's busiest port from the water and see firsthand the scale of the waterfront that powers so much of the region's economy.
We're turning 100 years old, and as part of that celebration, the Port of Los Angeles is very proud to be hosting free harbor boat tours to the general public.
Good morning, welcome.
I'm here for the free harbor boat tour from the Port of Los Angeles. My favorite part about it is that they give us so much history. The speaker on the boat tells us so much about the shipping terminals and about all the trade that goes on from different countries that all comes in through the Port of Los Angeles.
It's a great family event. It's very safe. I actually work at the port, so it's just nice to see it from, this point of view.
It's great to be among community because I think it gives us a great opportunity for us to connect and the community to learn how every day the Port of LA impacts us, both through economy, through the environment, and just learning about the great things that we do every day.
We especially invite the public to join us on these harbor tours because what they will get to see is an active port, whether we have cranes that are in movement, we have barges that are happening, we have just a whole slew of things that they get to be in front of, they get to hear about. Somebody on the boat is talking about the important role that the Port of Los Angeles plays in our country's movement of commerce.
I think it is very important for both the community and Port of Los Angeles to get involved with each other. And part of this is this maritime park that shows how community can benefit from collaboration with the Port of Los Angeles.
It's just a fun activity to do. Just show my son how the ports operate here. Hopefully we continue to have these yearly because they're just a great experience.
This tour is the most fun I've ever been on in Los Angeles. The water is so calm, you really just feel like you're on a gentle cruise, and it's really a nice family event. We look forward to coming again next year.
Good morning. On behalf of the United States Navy, I want to extend thank you to the City of Los Angeles for welcoming our Navy into port for Fleet Week LA.
To everyone here in uniform this morning, thank you for your service to our country. We are incredibly grateful for your sacrifice, your discipline, and your willingness to serve something greater than yourselves.
We welcome you to the City of Los Angeles. We thank you for the sacrifice of your service, but more importantly, we thank you for your incredible dedication to preserving everything that this country represents for approaching now 250 years. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And now we have a very special performance brought to us by Matthew Gordon and the Navy Southwest Band.
So I'm with Navy Band Southwest, and we are supporting the 10th annual Los Angeles Fleet Week this week in Los Angeles. This is the best part of our job, and we just love connecting with audiences around the Southwest region.
We're looking to just play music, have a great time, talk to people, hear their stories, and share our stories, and just celebrate our Navy tradition.
These sailors and Marines, they do represent the very best that our country has to offer. We are fortunate to have them here in Port Los Angeles. Many of their colleagues are deployed overseas right now in very challenging times, and they soon will be deployed. This is an opportunity for us to thank them and also for us to extend our thanks to the citizens in Los Angeles. Many of these sailors and Marines are the sons and daughters of Angelenos. We just want to celebrate those tight connections.
Planning that goes into Fleet Week starts 364 days before the actual events. And Wednesday night, the Rear Admiral welcomed us to the USS Essex at the Port of Los Angeles. We were greeted by the Pacific Southwest Band, who also played today at Los Angeles City Council, bringing the spirit and talent of the arts to the USC services and the city of Los Angeles. Such a great day.
On behalf of a very grateful and proud city of Los Angeles, congratulations.
When the battleship Iowa was in active service, it functioned as a floating city at sea, complete with its own bakery, baker shop, tailor shop, and more, supporting thousands of sailors living and working aboard this 45,000-ton warship. Today, docked at the Port of Los Angeles, it continues its legacy in a different way, welcoming visitors year-round and serving as a dynamic centerpiece of the San Pedro waterfront. During Fleet Week, the Iowa comes alive again as a gathering point for service members and the public. One of the highlights is the spirited Galleys at Sea cooking competition, where Navy chefs showcase their skills in fast-paced culinary battles right on the pier, turning the historic ship and surrounding waterfront into an interactive celebration of service and tradition. The same harbor also plays host to one of the largest public waterfront celebrations in the region, drawing crowds to experience military demonstrations, ship tours, and hands-on exhibits that connect the community directly with today's active duty forces. It's a powerful reminder that here in Los Angeles, history isn't just preserved, it's still actively being made along the waterfront.
The LA Jazz Festival is here. It's happening and it's on its way.
Jazz has been alive in LA almost since jazz was created. This is the first time, however, that we've been able to find a way, both economically, structurally, to create an international jazz festival that goes citywide, just as you experience in New Orleans and Montreal and Montreux. Those cities have been doing that for decades, and LA has just been behind. But our time is now, and so we're really excited about it.
I reside in California. I reside in Van Nuys, and I'm so glad to be here. I am so psyched at all of those performances and all those different venues, and I'm so excited for the country and the county of LA for doing this, because it's huge.
This is a wonderful thing, especially now today, especially with jazz. It's America's original art form. And I think more people should be getting exposed to some world-class musicians. Many of them that live here in Los Angeles. With all these different artists from across the world, you get a taste of everything, from jazz, New Orleans, you got people from Cuba, Indonesia.
I'm looking more forward to going to the different places. Like they said, it's going to be on the beach, it's going to be after dark, there's going to be the carnival festival in the streets.
We're at the Inkwell. The Inkwell is a location that we obviously were intentional about choosing for the announcement today. This is a location where predominantly black and brown families were literally forced to bring their families to this passageway if they just simply wanted to have a day on the beach. So we thought it was important to come full circle and announce this historic festival that really does have at its core the human rights narrative of pre-colonized Africans brought to America in bondage, come to Congo Square, New Orleans, and through bondage and terror, create this incredible sound called jazz, and where it has now impacted the entire world.
Like Quincy Jones said, jazz is the only form of music endemic to this country, the United States of America. So it should be worshiped, especially because of the history from it, how it developed. You know, we had spirituals, the slaves developed the spirituals to help them through their hard times. All of our ancestors went through such bitter hardship against them. We need to really put this on a high, high pedestal in the world of music and in our lives, because we can learn so much from it. And it helps us when we go through hard times as well. And it inspires us when we have those happy times. And it's never done the same twice. That's the thing about jazz. You know, you can improvise, you can put whatever you're feeling in that moment on stage into what you show the audience, and you hit them in their hearts.
And I'm going to wrap it with this. I'm going to say that 75% of our tickets are free. 75% of our tickets are free. Go to our website, www.lajazzfestival.com. Janelle Monáe, John Legend, Raphael Sadiq, Charlie Wilson. We've got artists from 13 nations. Everyone on our stage are Grammy Award winners. They're very international, and we're going to keep building from here. 13 nations and climbing. Go to our website, get tickets now. So, are you ready?
We are on the beautiful grounds of Banning Museum, and we are celebrating, as part of Fleet Week, the Wilmington reception. We are welcoming our sailors and our Marines to Wilmington. We have food and games and entertainment for them, and just saying thank you for their service.
This is my first time in LA, but I'm stationed in San Diego. So I like the environment. It's real laid back and chill.
They got free food, drinks, all for it. Navy Pride, Navy Day, ready to go.
While we're here, we're celebrating America's 250th birthday, an awesome celebration. We're glad that we could take that celebration and do that as part of the 10th anniversary of LA Fleet Week. These are great anniversaries, a lot of fun, have a great time.
Well, I am so happy to see that we have everyone here at Banning Museum, the home of Phineas Banning. And we are excited as a community to celebrate and again thank them for the sacrifices that they do for us so that we can enjoy liberties like today.
It means a lot, truly, for me to be performing around all these people, because I especially grew up in the Los Angeles area. So getting to play music growing up here and now doing it full time as a profession is amazing and truly a blessing.
We appreciate their sacrifice, their family sacrifice. Everybody contributes in the service that these people provide, and we just want to take a moment to say thank you to them.
We should thank them every single day. But this particular week is a week where we celebrate them and we thank them, and we give them some food, and we welcome them into the community here in Wilmington and San Pedro.
Built to withstand some of the most hazardous conditions at sea, the battleship Iowa stands as a powerful reminder of the precision, discipline, and preparation required to operate safely in extreme environments. Commissioned in 1943 during World War II, the battleship Iowa is more than 80 years old and remains one of the most iconic battleships ever built. It was once among the fastest and most powerful battleships in the world, capable of reaching speeds over 30 knots. And today, permanently docked at the Port of Los Angeles, it continues to draw visitors from across the region as part of the LA waterfront experience. The harbor itself is one of the busiest in the nation, where massive cargo ships and cruise vessels move alongside museums, parks, and public walkways that welcome millions of visitors each year. That connection between history, industry, and community is especially visible during Fleet Week, when the waterfront transforms into a citywide destination. Service members, active duty members, and thousands of guests gather along the port for ship tours, demonstrations, and public events, making the harbor and the Battleship Iowa one of the largest celebrations of maritime service on the West Coast.
I feel like people don't think about, when they flip on the light switch, what really goes on the other end of it.
Nobody knows what we do. I think we're a victim of our own success because the electricity just flows and it works. People flip on the light switches and they enjoy necessities and conveniences, and nobody really focuses on how we get that electricity there. Well, these are the folks that get it there. So we're here today to celebrate the electrical line workers, our linemen. This is our 34th line worker rodeo. We have 10 teams from the department that are here competing.
We have 4 different events, show the kids and the wives what we do.
Well, I think it's really important to celebrate the work that they do and actually see what it takes to run a power grid and keep it reliable and keep it delivering energy to the citizens of Los Angeles.
This is my first rodeo. About a couple more weeks and then I'll be having my climbing certificate and then hopefully getting a job at LADWP or any of the other utilities. I wanted to learn a skill that couldn't be taken away from me. I feel like nowadays a lot of things going towards AI, and being a lineman is something that I could have a long career with. It's hard work, but it's definitely a fulfilling job to have.
We get extreme events, and when that happens, these are the folks that are out there immediately restoring power so that we can all get back to our day-to-day lives.
There's a bunch of different events that relate to the work they have to do. There's one where they have to rescue somebody from up on the line. There's another one that's about speed and precision. And it's just an incredible showcase of the skill that our workforce has. And it's honestly amazing to witness.
My favorite event is definitely Hurt Man, which is simulating rescuing an injured guy on the pole.
The work that they do is so high hazard, it really takes special training, special skills.
We're very proud of what we do, we're very proud of our employees, and we love to showcase that.
I've met people here who they worked for DWP, they've retired, and now their kids work for DWP. You know, people bring their kids, their grandkids.
You're looking at probably 3 or 4 generations of electrical line workers that are here. The little babies in the strollers are going to end up climbing these poles in the next 25 years.
Today, all 104 of our 106 fire stations are open to the public, celebrating Fire Service Day. We also have community events happening throughout the city where we invite the public to come meet their firefighters and get to know their fire stations.
So not only does it bring the community together, it brings them a little knowledge of what the fire department does and what it has to offer. And it incites, it gets kids excited about being firefighters and policemen and learning.
I'm the recruitment unit commander for the LAFD. So my specific job is community outreach, try and gather that next generation of firefighter. Fire Service Day is a great opportunity for that because we're able to touch with the youth and the younger children, as well as adults 18 years of older that are looking to pursue a career in the fire service. So here at Fire Station 112, we have the largest boat that LAFD has to offer.
We have 4 honorary fire chiefs that we recognize today, 1 for each one of our geographic bureaus.
We have organizations here represented such as LA Port Police. We have the CERT team, which is a community response team. We also have joinlfd.org, which is our own recruitment office that helps kids in the community become firefighters for the Los Angeles Fire Department.
We have all of our apparatus, our fire engines, our fire trucks, our ambulances. Climb on board, touch things, get to ask questions.
You know, the most important thing that I'm looking for from my young firefighters is passion. Is passion and that community service aspect.
Always support local, and you can't go wrong.
Fire stations are in every single community here in Los Angeles, and this is a time where we actually celebrate the partnerships, the friendships, and just all the hard work that our firefighters do to serve our community here in Los Angeles.
Fleet Week isn't the only thing making waves here in San Pedro. The Port of Los Angeles, America's busiest seaport, spans more than 7,500 acres of waterfront and handles thousands of cargo ships each year, serving as a critical gateway connecting Los Angeles to the global economy. Anchored in the heart of it all is the battleship Iowa, one of only 4 Iowa-class battleships ever built for the U.S. Navy. And at its peak, the ship carried nearly 2,700 sailors and officers, operating as a fully self-contained floating city complete with its own onboard support systems designed for long deployment at sea. It was also armed with 9 16-inch naval guns, among the most powerful ever installed on a battleship, built for long-range precision and unmatched firepower in its era. Today, the battleship Iowa serves as a floating museum at the LA waterfront, welcoming hundreds of thousands of visitors and standing as one of the harbor's most iconic landmarks. Together, the ship and the port reflect a unique intersection of history, industry, and public access, where global commerce and maritime heritage share the same shoreline. As Los Angeles continues to evolve, the harbor remains a reminder that what's anchored here continues to move the entire city forward. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching another episode of LA This Week. Catch these stories and more on Channel 35 or at lacity.gov/TV, and follow LA City on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. Until next time, step aboard, set sail, and enjoy everything that Los Angeles has to offer.